Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Annalisa and this is Homemade Sunshine. So, lots to catch up on, but that'll be for another video. Welcome if you're new, and also a super warm welcome if you're one of my subscribers who has stayed subscribed this whole time that I've been gone, because I haven't posted anything in about probably a year, ish. I think it's been a year, maybe 2 years, I don't know. But for starters, we've moved, and this is the basement of our new home, and I wanted to give you guys a tour of my son's playroom today, just for a little, I guess, inspiration, and to show you that you can make a really great playroom without spending a whole ton of money. And I feel like a lot of times on Instagram I see these really cool fun playrooms, and either like all the toys are crazy expensive and like, or they've been gifted all of the toys, but then when they link them they're also crazy expensive. Almost everything in this playroom has either been a gift or like from a family member, it's been thrifted, yard saled, or I got it on like a toy clearance, something like that. There's some hand-me-downs in here, like this toy behind me, all of that sort of thing. Or like sometimes I'll see these really cool playrooms that like designers have designed, and it's just not very realistic to, you know, what if you have a playroom, probably your basement playroom looks something like this. And I can also tell you some of the toys that my son really loves, things that he's not really playing with. I always like seeing other real moms, like what their toy recommendations are, because nobody's paid me for any of these, you know, all of that. So let's get started with our tour. But I guess I should add, my son is a new 2-year-old, and I only have one child. So this is all for 1 2-year-old boy. So let's get started. All right, so let's get started with our library. So it starts from way over here and goes all the way down past where the camera is going to be to this side. So this is our library setup. We have nonfiction, board books are mostly along the bottom. We have some fun sets. My son has not read all of these, so if you're wondering, oh my heck, why does she have so many books? My kid's library doesn't look like this. So a big bulk of what started the library off was my mom taught mostly 3rd grade, but also 4th grade for 30 years. And when she retired years back, before I was married, before I had children, I went through all of the picture books, because 3rd grade like is kind of a transition. Like some kids are reading, you know, picture books, some kids are reading like advanced chapter books. You know, you've got all kinds. You've got to have a lot of different titles. So most of these are from her, not the board books of course, but most of the picture books are from her classroom. So like we have a whole collection of like fractured fairy tales, which is like different takes on fairy tales, because that was a book study they would do. We have like they would do author stories like Tommy DePaulo or Kevin Hinkey's, all of those like classic things. So she would have a lot of those books. So I went through at that age, sorted every single book, because some were owned by the school and then some were for her personal library, so they were all labeled. So I sorted all of them, decided what we were going to keep. I'm seeing this is sticking out of my shirt now. And I went through every single one of those books. So now we have lots and lots of books, from board books and Dr. Seuss all the way up. We do have some chapter books that are saved, but we didn't save as many of those because a lot of those got read pretty heavily and were in, you know, of course, pretty tattered shape by then. So you're saying, Elisa, I do not have a mom that is retiring and giving me all of her school books. Okay, here's where I've also gotten books. Of course, Imagination Library through Dolly Parton. Look to see if your county does that. They send 1 free book a month, birth to age 5, and he has loved those. We've gotten him some books from little free libraries. They're all over the place, near parks, near schools, near churches, sometimes just in neighborhoods. I have gotten some good books that way. A lot of thrift stores do sell books relatively inexpensive. There's one random, really tiny thrift store that I will get some good books for him at times. And what else? Some thrift stores are not great for kids' books, but most are cheap. And by cheap, I mean less than $1. Like a board book, I want to pay like 50 cents for. You can sometimes get free books. Check your library's book sale. Some of them will just give the books away for free at the end of the sale, which is something that I got to do recently. Our library gave away everything that was left over from their yearly library book sale. People could just come, get books, take them home. So we did that. That was really fun because then also your child gets to pick out books and you don't have to worry about the cost. Their library sale is normally relatively inexpensive anyways. Most library book sales are pretty cheap, but the timing did not line up for us to be able to go this year. So we went to the free sale and it was great, even though it was like 1,000 degrees, boiling hot, and that part wasn't so fun. But this is our library, and this, actually, this cute little book banner is from Amazon. We got this for my son's baby shower because it was book themed, and so we just repurposed that and hung that up down here. If you're seeing that light, eventually we're gonna get rid of that. It does not work, but it's here anyways. And then this is, I believe, Hobby Lobby, but that was also from a thrift store. So, oh, I should also say, if you're wondering how the heck do I build this, so these on the bottom are black milk crates. They're very heavy. So the biggest boxes, like lots and lots of books, go on here. And then across the top is just a finished piece of, I don't know if it's real wood, it might be laminate, from Lowe's. That goes just long ways across the top. And all of these buckets, the small ones are from Dollar Tree. The largest ones, I believe, are Dollar General. They are dish tubs. I will add a clip in here of what the label looks like. They're just dish tubs that you would use in the sink. My mom used those in her classroom. We didn't keep those. I did buy these at the point that we started this. And they've held up really well. It's a great way to use the books. So that is this section over here. And also in this section is our play tunnel. This was from a thrift store. I don't think the tag is on it anymore. For the longest time, the tag was still on here. But this was very inexpensive. It folds up flat. So if you want something to just like pull out on a rainy day, this does fold all the way flat. We have the space, so I keep it folded out. But if you want something to like pull out, put away, this is really fun. Our cat also loves it. So super duper fun. He loves crawling in and out. If you have older kids, you could set it up as an obstacle course. We're not really at that age yet, but it is fun for them to like crawl in and out. I would recommend that. It's a very inexpensive toy, even new. I believe they're not more than like $15, $20. I don't remember how much I paid for mine, probably about like $2 or $3, but super fun. And a lot of these toys I bought way in advance of him being close to the age. So like this I bought when he was still like in my arms, new baby, but I knew he was gonna grow up and he was going to be ready for this. So that is our library section. So this side we're going to do in two parts because we have a beam right here, support beam. So this is our other little section over here. This is giant. I did not buy this. This was a hand-me-down. My son has loved it. It is, I don't even know if they still sell it, Fisher Price. So this is a two-sided playhouse. It's very fun. My toddler loves it. It has multiple smart stages over here. It does different languages. You know, if your kids are bilingual, that would be super cool. And it doesn't have a whole ton of pieces that come out. All it has is these little shapes. They come out and a frying pan, so it's not tons and tons of pieces to keep up with, which I think every mom is thrilled when there's not 1,000 pieces to keep on top of. So this is super fun. It is very large. If you do not have a lot of space, I would not recommend getting it. But because it was a hand-me-down, my son loves it. Over here, we have our DVD TV with a VCR on the bottom. So both of these were hand-me-downs. My son still does not really like to watch things. TV, movies, that sort of stuff does not hold his attention at all. He'd rather be moving. But for when he's older, we already have this set up and it's just perfect. We don't really do screen time. He doesn't really know any shows or characters at this point. So this is our very old school unplugged kind of a thing where, you know, we can control what he sees based on the movies and things that we already have. Now this is two toys that he really loves. First, I'll show you close up. This is not all the pieces, of course, but this is the Melissa and Doug Pizza Kitchen. So you may know the Melissa and Doug ice cream counter. Very similar shape to this. And also you can see for scale about how large it is. It's not huge, but it's not tiny either. My son is obsessed with this thing. So it has these little pizza slices. And you can see they Velcro together, all of these pieces Velcro on top of this felt. and you just cut with a pizza cutter, which he has a little wooden pizza cutter. He's obsessed with that, and it comes apart. You put it back together. There's a little Parmesan shaker. I got that at a yard sale for $10. It was brand new in the wrapper. I normally would not have paid $10 at a yard sale for something, but I think the child who got it was like in 5th or 6th grade, and this was way too young for them. So we got a good deal on it. It's been one of his favorite birthday gifts for his 2nd birthday. I wasn't even sure if I should get it or not, if he was gonna be too old for, or if he was gonna be too old for him, but he's loved it, so it's been great. I promise I will not show you every single toy in here, but we also have the Melissa and Doug Latch Barn, which we've thrifted and also purchased. He got for Christmas some of these little plastic animals. We thrifted the barn itself for probably 50 cents. It has all these little latches to lock it and unlock it. This is pretty expensive new, but it does go on sale a lot online to be more reasonable prices, like on Walmart.com. But this has been so much fun. Something I would never have paid full price for. I don't think it's worth the full price, but it was certainly worth $1, and it's really helped with fine motor and learning how to do all these latches. So we're on the floor for these toys. First, I'm going to share, we got this on a Walmart toy clearance. This is Bat-A-Tat, and it's their rocker board with foam cushion. He has loved this. This was another birthday gift for his 2nd birthday from us. So you can flip it upside down and they can rock on it, which he's a little too young for that, but he loves putting his cars on top of here so they can like roll off and roll out. He loves climbing on it, standing on it. He loves climbing and standing on this. It's a very open-ended toy, and it was very expensive, full price. Like I said, we got it on a Walmart closeout clearance sale, and I've been saving it for months. This is another Walmart clearance item. This is the Bat-A-Tat Play Kitchen. Also very expensive new. My son loves it. Now my mom got this for him at one of her Walmart clearances. It has this little oven that swings open. It did not come with a lot of food, but it came with a lot of dishes. So that's what's all in here right now. Also super fun. I like that it's low profile. It's not huge, but it's very good quality. It's very heavy. This is the step 2 grocery cart. My son got this for his 1st birthday, and he is obsessed. He loves it. It's amazing. It was a little too tall for him then, but he loved to run. He loves to push with it. We have Squishmallows in here. One somebody gave us for free. One my mom got for $1 somewhere. And he has loved this. It's such a fun toy. This was a Kohl's clearance find. So this was a Kohl's exclusive color. My mom got it for him on clearance, and it is super fun. We also have back here his dishwasher from Little Tykes. It's also very fun. Makes lots of cool noises, which is kind of funny because we don't have a dishwasher, but he likes it. You get to unload it, load it. My mom got this on a toy clearance at Kohl's. It's definitely not the sturdiest thing ever. I would not pay full price for it because it is kind of flimsier, if you know what I mean. Now you get to listen to all those sounds for a little bit until it's done. This is our toy shelf. There's not a whole ton on here right now. He has a lot of larger toys, and we do have a lot of smaller toys upstairs also, but this is our main playroom. It's very cool down here, so in the heat of the summer, it's very nice to have somewhere that's nice and cold to be downstairs. So we just have baskets. We've got little trucks and cars in here, bigger trucks and cars. We have colored blocks in this basket. The baskets were also a clearance Kohl's item my mom got for us, and I paid her back. And this is balls in this little VTech flashlight. Can't think of the word. We also have his Dyson vacuum over there in the corner. It's definitely not my favorite toy in the world, but my mom found that for him at the Goodwill bins, and he is obsessed with it. Loves it, wants to drag it around all the time, wants you to drag it around all the time. So, big fan of that. We do have some baby toys that are still out in case we have, friends over that have younger kids. So he's not really playing with these, but we've got our little babier toys. We've got our xylophone. He loves that. I feel like every kid loves the xylophone from Fisher-Price. We are not big Love Every people, but we do have one Love Every little ball sorter. I got the box itself at a thrift store cheap. The balls are from our ball pit, which you'll see in a minute. We also have some matching eggs on the end. He loved those when he was learning how to like tear them apart. We also have the cat piano, which my son really loved. He doesn't play with it as much right now, but you know how kids go. They go through seasons of playing with things, but he used to turn this on himself and dance to it all the time, especially from like 1 year to like 18, 20 months old. He was obsessed with this thing. And I just keep hitting buttons. And then we just have a few more little toys up here. This little bouncer man, he loved that as a baby. That's one of my husband's old Transformers. But the other large toy we have over here, I'll pull it into frame, is this antique rocking horse. So this was not as in good of shape. He got this for his first birthday from my parents, and my dad fixed it and oiled it, redid the wood, all of that, and he loves this. He was a little bit too big. It was a little too big for him at his first birthday, but by 18 months, he was rocking and rolling on this. So he also loves this. So let's move to the next section. All right, on to a new section. So first, my parents got these at a yard sale this summer. I do not know anything about them. I do not remember the brand or anything about that, but they are really great because they are open and low on the end. So we have all train stuff down here in trains in this lower bin. The trains were all yard sale train sets, all yard sale train pieces. We also have a big learning clock. That was from my mom's classroom. My son thinks clocks are super cool. He likes to turn the handles, very fun. And we also have our Duplos. He's not a big Duplo kid. I don't even know where these Duplos came from. I cannot remember. They might have been a hand-me-down, I'm not entirely sure, but not a big Duplo kid. Maybe he'll grow into it, I don't know. We got this given to us for free as a gift from somebody very sweet. This is just a giant squishmallow. He loves this thing. It's very soft. We have some thrifted wooden blocks. Once again, doesn't really play with them. He's not a big block kid. And then we have our VTech walker. That was a hand-me-down. Do not buy a walker brand new. I'm telling you, I see that at thrift stores constantly. They're never that expensive. It's at everybody's yard sale. Everybody's kid has a plastic walker, I swear. They're all over the place all the time. We have a little miniature strider bike. Ours is the brand Retrospec. He likes it. I thought he was gonna enjoy it a lot more than he did, but he does like it. I see those on Marketplace a lot. This came from a yard sale, very inexpensive. Because like the first ones are so small, your kids are only in them for so long, so you do find them a lot used on Marketplace and other places like that. Now this I don't see very often. This is a little bouncer dino. It's a Bounce Buddy, is the brand. I thrifted this for a million years ago, and he loves it to sit on it and bounce. He likes this style because you can hold on to the horns while you bounce. He thinks that's like the best thing ever. We have over here this entire basket. The basket is from Costco. Love this basket. I have two of them. One's upstairs in our living room. Holds big trucks. Big, huge trucks. Most of our trucks are thrifted. This is a fan favorite though. Crowd-pleasing truck for the kids. Every kid loves this that comes over. This is the Hot Wheels car carrier, monster truck car carrier. Loves it. We got this at a thrift store for probably 50 cents. Trucks are relatively easy to thrift for me, at least. Your mileage may vary, but for me, this is an easier thing to thrift because it's all one piece, that most of the time they're all together and you don't have to worry about like pieces being missing. There's other toys that I would recommend, like waiting for it to go on clearance or using a coupon or asking for it as a gift for your kids, because there's so many pieces, the likelihood that they're all going to be there is almost zero. So I'll pick up some toys to show you that are right around this beam over here and just show you what we've got. So first, this was from a yard sale. This is a convertible Fisher-Price Little People racetrack. You can buy the cars online. You can buy them on eBay. I think you can buy replacements from Fisher-Price. I think they even sell little packs of them. I think I saw them at Dollar General once. So this came with no cars. And now I've even found some at yard sales and thrift stores. They're just little car racers. They go on the track. It can be up tall. It can lay out flat. Many different ways to use it. Super fun. This is a thrifted item. He played with this a lot more when he was younger. Not so much now, but I got this for $1 at a thrift store. This is something Fat Brain Toys sells. It's a Billabo. Okay, what is a Billabo? One of those open-ended toys. You can sit in it and spin, which is what I used to do with him when he was a lot younger. They can stand on top of it. We've put animals on top and played King of the Mountain, all these little fun games. They can put it on their head. look out of his eyes. You can play like that you're a turtle and put it on your back, all sorts of things. But it's very fun. You'll see I'm not a big open-ended toy person. And one is because I don't find them secondhand that much. And that's the main thing. I know there are a lot of beautiful open-ended toys, but I'm also trying to do things inexpensively. So we don't have a lot of open-ended toys. That's just the name of the game. We don't have that sort of stuff. I'm not a big fan of the Love Every stuff. I feel like the prices are very, very high. I don't know how worth it is. And they're never on clearance or on sale anywhere, so we don't get them. That's just how it is. And I feel like they outgrow them really quickly, whereas a lot of the toys that we have that you've seen here today, he's played with from 1 to 2 years old. There's only a few things that he doesn't play with as much now, but these are toys that are growing alongside of him. So let's move on to our last big section. So this is our bookshelf. There are 2 sides to this downstairs basement, but this side is what is his playroom. So we have Little People World in all of our movies. So some of these movies came from a yard sale where my mom had a neighbor moving. She was getting rid of all of her kids' old VHS tapes. Some are from them, some are from my grandfather passed away, who's the last of my grandparents on one side. They had some VHS tapes at their house. We have a lot of classic DVDs, all of that. We have some I Can Read books from my mom's classroom down here. All of these stuffed animals were mostly free or things that we already had, like were given to us for free. So very fun stuff. And down here where he is all of our little people. I love little people. I think they're so stinking cute. And you're probably thinking, oh my heck, Annalisa, that's a lot of little people. You must have spent a lot of money. No, I didn't. I've never spent a lot of money on stuff. We try not to, at least. So the Ark was a yard sale find. The Nativity was a Christmas gift. We have some small trucks on either side. Most of those were either from thrift stores for like 50 cents, 75 cents, $1, depending on if they make noise. We also, you can't see the floor. There are more trucks down here. I'll show those. We have the horse stable. That was a Kohl's clearance find from my mom. She got that for his birthday. This was the last 3 down here were purchased new from stores. We have like the grocery store / restaurant, Kohl's clearance again, purchased by my mom for his Christmas gift, and the airport, also Kohl's clearance, also Christmas gift. She loves that. He is obsessed with that. We have also, you can't see on the floor, well, maybe you can see it, I can't really tell from here. Garbage truck was a thrift store, airplane, thrift store, fire truck, thrift store, and tractor, thrift store. So all thrift stores mostly. Mostly thrifted for the things like the plane and that sort of stuff. Because and the school bus, thrift store. They don't have, those items that were from thrift stores did not have all of the original pieces or the original little people that went with them, but your 2-year-old doesn't notice, so who cares, honestly? So last 2 large toys that I have here on the floor are a ball pit. So this is such a fun gift. It does take up a ton of space. I do not have a son who like throws the balls out. In fact, he doesn't like things to be out of place. He doesn't really like things to be moved. So if the balls are out, he wants them back in. So I don't have the problem of like picking them up 1,000 times a day, where some parents will have that as an issue. He loves this. We play lots of different games involving it. It's so much fun. My mom got it for him also for Christmas on clearance at Sam's Club before Christmas, which was crazy. So that was super fun. And then this other toy right below me, I don't think I can lift it up without sending 1,000 pieces in every single direction, so I'll just pan down to it so you can see it. So that is the Fisher-Price food truck. This was a hand-me-down. I would never have bought this. This is a slam dunk toy. He loves it. Everybody I've talked to whose kids have this toy, they love it. There are 1,000 pieces. So be warned, there are thousands of pieces in here, but it is amazing. He loves it. There's lots of great imaginative play with it. It makes really cool, fun sounds, sings little songs. It's awesome. He's obsessed with it. Every kid that comes over is also obsessed with it. So I believe that's it. That is our playroom. I also didn't show you, we have yoga balls down here. We'll bounce on the balls. We have a little bit more books towards the end of his bookshelf that you didn't see, but they're just baskets of books. I figured you didn't need to see those. But there's plenty of room to grow in here. This room is just going to change and flex. You also saw we do have a wood stove down here. We moved here when it was, I think, May 1st, beginning of May. So we haven't had cold weather here yet. So we'll see how this goes with running the wood stove and him playing down here. Not entirely sure. But it's fun to have backup heat sources. In another video, maybe I'll show you what I call the homeschooling closet. We have such good closets down here in this basement. It's amazing, but one is just shelves, and I keep homeschool books in there, like preschool, kindergarten books. I keep all of our off-season books in there, like our Christmas, Easter, Halloween, Thanksgiving books, all of that sort of stuff. So that is our tour for today. It feels good to be back. I love this space. It's wonderful. It's not perfect. I think people might see how much space this is and all of these toys and think, oh my gosh, she's crazy. She spent all this money, but I really haven't. I just like thrifting, and I've worked hard to find all of these wonderful toys for him, yard saling, buying things on clearance. My mom and I have the joke that if you want to pay full price, that is the easiest. You can order things on Amazon or Target. It'll get shipped to your house, no problem. If something's gonna be free or dirt cheap, you're gonna have to do a lot of work. I've gotten stuff in pouring rain before. A lot of the free books I got, it was like, I'm like dripping sweat. I had to take a shower afterwards. Like, we were in like an unair conditioned building going through books for free books. So I just say that to say everybody has what end of the spectrum they want to be on. You can be in the middle, you can be at the dead bottom with the free and the cheap, or you can be at the top and just order stuff on Amazon, and that's fine. There is no shame. So that is it for this week's video. Leave me a comment down below. How do you usually get your kids' toys? Are you a yard sailor? Are you a thrifter? Do you do a lot of clearance toy arbitrage? I will say, my yard sales here are not super great for kids' toys. It's just how it is. So I end up thrifting or waiting for clearance sales most of the time. And clearance sales at stores depend on where you live, what time of year they are, whether they're any good or not. Where I live, they tend to be pretty good. Where my mom lives, they're better. That's just how it is. So that's it for this week's video. Please consider giving this video a like and subscribe. I will hopefully post videos more regularly and share more about our new home and our new lives here. So until next time, bye.